Greetings, Local 2627 sisters and brothers. Today is Monday, February 27th. Hope everybody had a great week. And we have one more day of Black History Month, so celebrate. Today is the finale at DC 37 for Black History, and they're having a soul rhythm review this afternoon that starts around 5:30, so if anybody's interested. Speaking of that, March the 17th, 2627 is going to be holding a health fair here at DC 37. You know, where you can find out about, there'll be cardiologists there, you know, find out your blood pressure and things like that if you want to show up. One thing I want to mention to you, a lot of people don't realize the difference between a provisional and a permanent. I have to remind you, in order to become a permanent civil servant, you have to take in a civil service test and call from that certified civil service list. If you're not, you're provisional. Now, what happens if you're provisional and the city falls into some type of financial crisis? The first person that they have to get rid of are the provisionals. The provisionals go first before they touch any permanent. So I want you to keep that in mind. So when you sit there for a while, you've been there for a couple of years, you haven't taken a test, and you're too lazy to take a test when it comes out, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice. So remember, the only way to become a permanent city employee is you have to take a civil service test and be called from the civil service list, better known as being appointed from the civil service list. Another thing I want to remind you about, a lot of people don't seem to understand the benefits of being in a union. They take it very lackadaisical, and there are a lot of benefits of being in a union. You have health, meaning you have prescription, you have podiatry, you have optical, you have audiology, you have GHI or HIP or whatever you have health insurance. Now, health insurance alone, and I'm not talking about the little extras like the prescription or the other kind of stuff. If you're an individual and you go to some company on the outside, it costs you $500 or $600 a month just for one person. So these are the benefits. You have MELS, Municipal Employee Legal Services. You need a lawyer for anything at all, except for criminal things, and criminal things are covered by your Miranda rights anyway. But you have attorneys at DC 37 that work exclusively for you, to give you that's a priceless benefit, because there's a lot of people in here who have issues because they have credit problems or they're trying to buy a house or something like that. I mean, we have the DC 37 housing program. We help you getting mortgages and getting loans towards your mortgages and, getting you into a property. These are important things that you should take advantage of. But overall, all the benefits, a chance to have an argument with your boss in front of somebody and to be represented. I mean, so nobody can just walk up to you and fire you. These are benefits that you have that they're trying to take away. So you need to be involved. We have a couple of meetings, and we go to the meeting, and people don't want to come out to participate in the meetings, and they're wondering why, and then they want to come and complain to us, cry later on, because management is not doing the right thing, because management has no fear of the unions. They think that we're useless. Your first vice president attended a couple of meetings these last couple of days. One meeting was 4 people. The other meeting was 9 people. These are lunchtime meetings. I mean, we take a time out the day to come in and try to give you information. Then you don't even want to come out. And then you call us, and the first thing that comes out of everybody's mouth is, I'm a union member and I pay dues. Well, it works another way. It works in solidarity. We need the members out there. We need management to know that we are aware. This is very important. We're taking all this for granted, and all over the country they're trying to get rid of unions. In fact, some of the Teamsters have lost their pensions because they ran out of money in their pensions. So now you've been retired and you have no pension. What are you going to do now? I read an article, people start collecting soda bottles and cans. I mean, you try to make ends meet. This is serious stuff. You're sitting back here, you don't want to get involved, you don't come to union meetings, you don't want to participate at all, and stuff happens. And it's going to keep on happening. Right now, there's 28 right-to-work states where basically they just wiped out the unions. And the governor wants to have a constitutional convention next year, 2018, to change some of the rules of civil service, change some of the rules of your pension. You need to be aware. You need to get involved. Because you know what? 10, 15, 20 years from now, when you get ready to retire, you're going to find out there's nothing to retire to. You're going to wind up working the rest of your life. So take this union benefit serious. Why do you think they're trying to get rid of it? Because they don't want you to have a good quality life. In solidarity, this is Robert Ajay.